Looking for an external monitor for your MacBook has never been easy, especially when the only monitor from Apple costs at least $4,599. There are a lot of affordable options that can meet the standards of most creative professionals. I've tested the BenQ EW3280U for over a month and really like the product. As compared to the older EW3270U, the new design is more modern with thin bezels on the top and two sides. Besides, there are a small soundbar along with a built-in sensor below the screen. Although the stand is fixed and I can't adjust the height or angle, its height is perfect for me out of the box. The monitor is equipped with a 2.1 speaker system, including two 2-watt speakers on the front and a 5-watt subwoofer on the back. The sound coming from the speakers is just average, but it is of course way better than the MacBook speaker. If you really want to enjoy music or movies, you should wear headphones or use external speakers.
Let's get to work. Please tell me that's not a Pontiac Fiero strapped to a rocket engine?
Impressive, I know.
It's quite easy to assemble the stand and attach it to the monitor because no other tool is required. It took me just a couple of minutes to set up the monitor. In terms of connectivity, there are just two HDMI 2.0 ports, a DisplayPort 1.4, and a USB-C port with 60-watt power delivery. The wattage is lower than my MacBook's 87-watt charger, but it has no problem to keep my MacBook fully charged at all times. All I need to connect my MacBook Pro to the BenQ monitor is a USB-C cable. I've put away the MacBook charger for a while. To keep the front of the monitors clean and simple, BenQ hid all the control buttons on the back. Besides, we have a remote control which is very convenient to power on, off, adjust volume or picture settings. In fact, I've never touched button on the back. I only use the volume wheel below the screen since I can adjust the volume much quicker. The monitor has the refresh rate of 60 Hz, which is good enough for majority of users. However, if you plan to use it for competitive gaming, the EW3280U is not a good choice. It uses a light matte anti-glare screen, which diffuses light much better than glossy screen, while not affecting the clarity and color vibrancy. BenQ managed to find out the right balance between a strong matte screen and a glossy screen. The EW3280U is not my first 4K monitor, but it has been my favorite so far. When I first plugged my MacBook Pro to the monitors via the USB-C cable, I was totally disappointed because the colors looked terribly fake, while the text was jarred and difficult to read. I couldn't believe a high-end BenQ monitors could be such a flop, so I made some adjustments and fortunately, the image quality improved significantly. The first trick was to scale up the display so it looks like 3008 and 1692 resolution. This makes the text bigger while the screen space is still spacious enough for multitasking. Next, I enable the high dynamic range option in the display settings. Now, the HDR on the monitors is no longer emulated, and it is showing the true HDR image. On the OSD of the BenQ monitors, I chose the Cinema HDRI as it is the best mode for my home office. The office has a lot of windows and the lighting condition fluctuate throughout the day, so the HDRI mode is ideal since it uses a built-in sensors to adjust the peak brightness and contrast automatically. As a result, the monitors always shows vivid image under all lighting conditions. The monitors has 3 HDR modes, which are Cinema HDRI, Game HDRI, and Display HDR. I prefer the Cinema HDRI because the color and contrast ratio of 1000/1 is very close to my MacBook Pro's display. The color is vibrant and accurate, details are more refined, and its brightness is not exaggerated. Once you enable the HDRI mode, all other picture settings like brightness, contrast, color temperature, and low blue light are disabled. That means all you need to do is enabling the HDRI mode to get the optimal performance. The peak brightness in the HDR mode is 400 candela per square meter. As you can see in the video, the image quality when playing 4K videos is quite impressive. However, the text in all applications is still not as smooth as seen on my MacBook Pro's display. This is understandable as this is a huge 32-inch monitor with 4K resolution. The pixel density of the BenQ is just 138. I can detect jagged text when seeing the monitors up close. However, it won't be noticeable when viewing from a distance. The EW3280U is my favorite monitor so far because it fixes some problem of previous generations. It uses an IPS panel which delivers better color reproductions and a wide viewing angle. Everything still looks sharp and clear when I look at the screen from two sides. Moreover, the screen uniformity is amazing and backlight bleeding is minimal, as you can see in the video test. To conclude, here are pros and cons of the BenQ monitors. Pros: USB-C port, anti-glare screen, good quality built-in speakers, great image quality and color reproduction in HDRI mode, supports 95% of the DCI P3 color gamut, almost no backlight bleeding, reasonable price. Cons: unadjustable stand, text is not clear and smooth up close, limited connectivity. Overall, the BenQ EW3280U is a great choice for MacBook users. It is well calibrated out of the box for a great color reproductions, and the HDRI modes are useful for home office environment. The price of around $800 is actually quite reasonable when you compare it to similar products on the market. We at TechWalls totally recommend the monitors.